Hi, everybody. Welcome. Happy Thursday. Welcome to Vintage Craft and Chat. My name is Julie, and today we are finishing the fall journal that we started last week together. I have linked last week's live stream down below in case you missed it, but we made the base of our journal last week out of I used vintage envelopes, but you can use any envelopes you have on hand. And we decorated the front cover and the back cover. We had a lot of fun doing it. And today we are going to be doing, oops, turn my phone down. Today we are going to do a flip through because I did finish. I typically have 2 journals going at one time. I will start working on kind of what I call the demo project, and then we typically will make either partial or the whole thing together the next time. So I always have two things going at once. So I did complete one of the journals, and I have, as I said last week, I was going to list it in my Etsy shop. So as of this morning, right before I went live a little bit ago, I did list it for sale. So we will we'll wait for a few more people to come in, and then I'll turn the camera around and we'll do a little flip through of the completed journal. And then last week I was a little bit over ambitious. Hi Terry, how are you? Good morning. Morning, friend. It was a long one last week. I don't time myself when I'm making things, so I'm not really sure how much it will, how much time it will take to make something, but it was a long one, huh, Terry? it was a long one. Yeah, I think we were on for like 2 hours. So I was a little over ambitious with the cover, and then I probably could have skipped doing the back cover. But so hopefully the 2 that I picked out today to do will be a little bit shorter. I am doing great. I'm glad you're doing great too, Terry. Yeah, it's been a very busy week. I spent most of the time finishing up the journal. I was working in my Etsy shop a lot. I posted pictures on Instagram. I had a big bin of like Christmas decorations and crafting supplies. I had just kind of piled all kinds of stuff in there. So I went through and sorted that this week. And yeah, just trying to work on my Etsy shop and get some more things up. I think I'm actually a little bit over 100 listings, which is pretty high for me because I don't tend to work my shop as much as I should. So I ignore it for a long time. I ship out, not ignoring sales. I ship those quickly within 2 days, but I'm not always good about putting new listings up. So yeah, it's been a busy week. Hello, Maritza. Hello. I'm glad you're here. Happy Thursday. I hope you're having a good week. Yeah, it was a busy week. And then I started working on Christmas projects. I had posted a picture of that in our little Instagram group yesterday. And yeah, I'm starting to think about what we will do. We'll have Thanksgiving off, so we won't be together next Thursday because that's Thanksgiving for us here, our friends here in the US. So yeah, we'll all be enjoying with family and whatnot. So we'll be off next Thursday, and then we will start that first Thursday in December. What is it? We'll start in on Christmas. So I already actually right before I came on, I was pulling some things that I want to make the base of a Christmas journal out of. So we'll go through. It'll probably be, I'm thinking I might do it like I did this one where it's 2 weeks, but maybe 3 weeks. We'll see. Maybe it'll take a little bit longer to make some of the components. So anyway, so that's it. I hope you're both doing really well. And anybody else that's here enjoying. Yeah, and then all kinds of other stuff sprinkled. So it's never a dull moment here at our house. There's always stuff going on, family stuff and extended family stuff and all that. I think, you know what I'm going to do? Last week, I pulled out the prompt at the end. I think I'm going to pull the prompt out at the beginning, and I'll check that off my list. Whoops, what happened to my list here? Here we go. So I'm going to pull the prompt at the beginning and just so I don't forget it and cross it off. So here is our prompt jar. We have an Instagram group going, and we were really good, right? For a while, we were coming up with ideas. I thought, oh, maybe it'll be fun to do a prompt jar, and that just makes it easy on everybody coming up with our little weekly prompts and little challenges that we're doing. So I'm going to dig in. Last week it was stickers, and let's see what it's going to be this week. Pick something good. I love that it was stickers because I had some Christmas stickers that I picked up a long time ago. Okay. Oh, now this is one that I hand wrote. So when I was doing, I had typed everything out into Word, and then I had written in some. So this is an interesting one, pen. So I think when I hand wrote that in, I was thinking, you know, acrylic markers and mark making and that kind of thing, like how we can decorate things with pens, Sharpie pens. I'm loving the acrylic markers and the Posca pens. So pen, very, very open-ended, but that will be fun. And I'll post a picture in our Instagram group later. Okay, so pen, let me mark that off. And then I will flip the camera around and we'll do a little flip through of the journal. Let's see. So I did that one. Okay, good. Okay, let me turn this around. Let me bring it around because I don't want to get you guys seasick here. Okay, here we go. I'm going to move my phone over. I thought I would try a new spot, but there we go. Okay. And I always have to rearrange myself. Let me push my laptop out of the way just so we can see ourselves a little bit better. Maybe I'll just push the whole, there we go. Straighten ourselves up here. Hopefully, yeah, we are pretty good there. Okay, there's my notes. And let me so this is the one that we put together last week, and I have the journal in a little cello bag. I wanted to find one that would fit it. So in the listing on Etsy, I noted that the journal will come with one of my little hang tags, and I will sign and date that today. And if and when it does sell, it will come with that. Okay, so here is, if you were here last week, here is the front of the journal, and we made it out of 7, was that right, Terry? I think it was 7 envelopes. I'm trying to think back to last week. Decorated the back. We have some little Tim Holtz little die cut ephemeras, and I'm crazy about batik. I just love batik material. So I was glad I had this in my stash. So a little ribbon here of orange batik material. Let me come up here a little bit closer. Okay, so there's, hi Sandy, how are you? Hello, hello, happy Thursday. I am glad you are here. Yep, 7 envelopes. Okay, good. I knew somebody here would probably have a better memory than myself. Okay, so here's the front. And then here is the inside pocket. I love putting, I don't know why, I just like the idea of putting library cards in the inside front cover. So I've made a little handmade library card here. And what I did was I actually, what did I do with the papers? I had photocopied those pages from the Tales of Squirrel Nutkin out of the Beatrix Potter book, because of course that was my inspiration. Beatrix Potter, William Morris papers, and mixing in some Tim Holtz Ephemera. That was kind of my jumping off point. And there was this great little, what do I want to say, illustration at the front of the short story, and then also the wording. So what I did is I just did a little fussy cut of the wording and put, you know, the Beatrix Potter. And then I got out, which I never used. I picked these up a while back, but it's not, well, actually it is vintage, because I think let's see, the most recent date on here, I'm trying to look up close, is maybe 2004. So I guess it is officially vintage. So that was fun. I got out my little stamp and I just put some dates there and made a library card. Hi, Angela, how are you? And then here's the back. It's just on a little piece of craft cardstock. And I did a little bit of inking and some stamping. And I actually used that handmade mushroom stamp that Taylor made for me when we were doing the demo on how to make stamps out of erasers. So I used her little mushroom there. I made a belly band over here. I posted a picture on Instagram this week. Easiest way to make a belly band is to use these carnival tickets. Ooh, it's kind of doing that in and out. Hopefully you can see it. Maybe I'll pull it back a little bit. Piece of cardstock and a strip of tickets. Hopefully these worked out perfectly because it was perfect size just to use 3. And then I just put some strips of washi paper in the middle, but you could embellish with stickers and you name it. You could go all crazy with it. But I think that's one of the easiest ways to make belly bands. And of course you can go vertically, you can go horizontally with them. I just did a little trifold of coffee dyed paper here for journaling spots, tons of journaling spots in this journal. And then I just did a fun little collage there on the front. So you can see that behind the belly band. Oh, Angela, you're getting over a cold. Working on a puzzle now. I'm going out since it's been snowing yesterday. I love puzzles. I haven't done a puzzle in a long time. Oh my gosh, I love a good puzzle. I hope you're feeling better. That's good just to stay inside and snuggle in. I made these corner tuck spots here with doilies, another favorite of mine. And this one I actually just backed. It's a really cool vintage doily, and I just backed it with construction paper, like the little kids construction paper. I had some of that in my stash, I think left over from when the kids were super little. But isn't that beautiful? So simple. It's just really, really striking. And even if you just had the solid colored doily, like a white doily or red or whatever, you can, I've done other projects where I have a solid doily and then put like a printed cardstock behind it. I just think it's really, really gorgeous. Both sides, I did the same thing. I just made some journaling cards out of coffee dyed. These are, what are they? Like time cards, and these are those ones from Dollar Tree. So really, really inexpensive. Just added a little butterfly here and a little tab. So there's one on each side. I did another little journaling card. A lot of the printables too that I made the journaling cards out of, I found on Graphics Fairy. Graphics Fairy is awesome. So little journaling card here. Same thing on the other side. So I kind of matched both sides. And then I also found these on Graphics Fairy. Aren't they cute? They're little mushrooms, and I made them into little journaling cards too. So I put little ledger lined paper on the back. So you could actually write a little message, a little thought, a little memory. Another tuck spot here on the side. And I just added in some vintage stationery that was gifted by my dear friend and neighbor. I think I had shared those in a haul. Maybe not, maybe I didn't, but she gave me a bunch of boxes of stationery from when she was a little girl. So really pretty. Another just folded piece of paper here for journaling, note taking. Another journaling card here I made. And then this is one thing that we're making today. So on that flip out that we put in the center, I've made this little pull tab. So we will be making this little belly band out of cardstock and some lace. And I made a little pull here with a bit of ribbon. So this is what we'll be making today together. And then we'll make this journaling card or something. Won't be exact, but it'll be something similar. So that's easy. And then in our little flip here, I've added some more journaling cards on cardstock, some little bits of folded paper. Here's some folded ledger paper here in this pocket. Another journaling card, lots of writing. I don't remember what I put in the Etsy listing, but there are so many journaling spots in here. Just did a little collage there. Oh my gosh, 1,000-piece puzzle. Ooh, maybe I'm going to do that around Thanksgiving. Get a puzzle. That would be fun to do the week of Thanksgiving. I did another little horizontal belly band here, and I used a vintage dime roll. Is that what they're called? Envelopes? Like the little dime roll that you roll your coins in to take them to the bank or when you get them from the bank. So I thought that was a fun thing. I haven't used one of those. A little collage. I've shown you how to do this before. We did a larger version, kind of a fall themed version, but it's just a little notebook or notepad here. And I almost was going to do this one today, but I thought it was I thought it would take too much time, be too involved. So I showed how to make these probably back, maybe it was even back in April when I came back to YouTube full time. And so this is just a one of those bill envelopes that you get in, junk mail in the mail. Well, I guess it's not junk mail because it's a bill that has to be paid, but it's one of those window envelopes. And I like to make these and keep in fact, let me grab one because they're behind me. I like to keep my stickers in them. So I have this cool little antique open box. And so it's kind of a fun way to store my stickers. In fact, I need to make some more because I have some new stickers. So in that tutorial, I did a little collage and decorated both sides just so it's cute. It sits out and I can see it. It's in my little craft corner here. So I had done a tutorial on how to make those. So this one, I just did it single-sided. So I just collaged the front of it, glued the back on here, and then I made this little tag here with the thought that you could see the image behind it. So you can see the owl, a little peek of that Beatrix Potter illustration with the owl and the squirrel. I thought that was kind of cute. And there's the back of that card. But maybe that's something I can fit maybe something similar into the Christmas one and do it. Again, just some journaling spots in here, some vintage papers and stationery. I took a card and just put some, what do we call this? My words are not coming easy to me today. It'll come to me in a minute. And so you can write on the back of the card. Tissue paper, that's what it is. A little vintage, actual vintage butterfly stamp here. And then this is the other thing that we'll be making today, just decoupaging a simple coin envelope that actually came from Dollar Tree. This is such a simple project. And then you can just, it's the perfect size for an index card. And then we'll just be making a little journaling card here to fit inside the coin envelope. So that's it. That is it. Okay, let me keep this out so I can, oops, I don't want it by my water in case I drop the water. I'm going to take a little sip of water. And that is the journal. So let me bring this one out here and let's get started. So I think first we will do the coin envelope project. And again, here's the coin envelopes. They're the Jot brand that I picked up at Dollar Tree a while back. But if you don't have, there's lots of them. I've seen really good deals on Amazon too for coin envelopes, but you could certainly make your own. They're so easy to make. I think we've made them together, maybe not, but I feel like we have. So here's the coin envelope. And oh wait, actually this one's bigger. I think I grabbed the wrong. Ooh, that's a lot bigger. Let me go look in my cabinet. I think I grabbed out the wrong size. I think it's actually the middle size. Let me see here. Yeah, I think it's this size. Here we go. Yeah, so this is actually the 3.2 inch by 4.5 inch. So this is the middle size if you have any of the Dollar Tree envelopes. I'm glad I checked that before we decoupaged it. That would not have been good. All right, let's pull one of those out. And what I did just to give it a little extra something is I took a piece of the leftover Philip Morris printable that we had used for the front cover. And I just put that, kind of decorated the inside flap. And I didn't have a big enough piece of this one, so I'm just using this other coordinating paper that I've used throughout the journal. Okay, so what I'm going to do is do a rough measurement here. Where's my pencil? I thought I had my pencil out. I prefer my pencil. Okay, where are you, pencil? Did you fall on the floor? What did I do with you? All right, well, I'm gonna have to use a pen because I don't know where my pencil is. Maybe it'll pop up here. Okay, so I'm gonna do just kind of a rough cut for now, because what we want to do is slide that down into our envelope just a little bit. So let's get out the paper cutter here. We'll get a little bit better of a straight edge. I might even do that a little bit slimmer there, just so that it slips inside. Let's see what we have here. Yeah, that fits down in our pocket really well. Whoops, put that over there. Okay, that's good. So I think what I'm going to do, I'll use art glitter glue. You could do glue stick too, but this will allow it to dry a little bit quicker. And I'm just going to run a bead kind of where I think that flap is. And we will slide that down in there. Let's open that up. There we go. just a little bit better. Let's see, do we need to add? Nope, we stuck really well. Okay, we're gonna press that down. And then I'm gonna take my little cutter bees. I think fussy cut scissors are a little bit easier to maneuver. And I'm gonna flip it over and just remove the excess from around that tab top. There we go. Easy, easy peasy. Easy way to decorate those envelopes. Okay, now we are going to take, and I think I got these from Temu like a long time ago. Last year, maybe the year before. Let me find my Scotch tape, and we are going to remove, I'm not sure if there's 1, 2, or 3. Well, there's 3 layers. Sometimes, most often, there's like a second one on here. Let me see. But I'm not sure with the Temu ones. No, I think this one just had, one. So we should be good. And then let me find, let's see, what did I use? I think I used kind of this squirrel right here. So I'm going to do a little bit of a fussy cut with my scissors, and then we will come in and do a little bit of ripping so that it fits the size of our envelope. And you could use water. That's a great technique to take a paintbrush and put a little bit of water on it. Okay, here we go. So I'm just going to come around with my fingers and just rip away some of the excess. I'm going to get rid of that kind of cut line, and we'll just rip it until the image kind of fits our page. I think I have to remove some of that fern. Kind of check ourselves. Remove a little bit more. I'm so excited to move on to Christmas crafting. Have you all started like Christmas journals and Christmas crafting? I know, Terry, you have, right? I think you said you had started your Christmas journal, I think. I'm really excited. I am in the mood to turn the page to Christmas. Not that I don't love fall. I love everything about kind of this whole, I love fall, winter. I really love this time of year. Always feels so homey and nice. Okay, so I think we're pretty good there. Let me throw this away. Let's see. Terry says she made a Christmas planner and she's now working. Oh, Rudolph Little Golden Book Journal. Oh my gosh. I love Rudolph. I love Rudolph. Okay, and we are going to take Mod Podge. You can use watered down glue, Eileen's Tacky Glue, watered down emerald, what is that, Elmer's glue. I just happen to like the Mod Podge. In fact, I ordered this from Amazon this last week because I ran out of my mat. And I originally did the project, I had glossy, I had just a little tiny bit of matte left, just enough to go over the top. So I had done it with the glossy, but I don't know, I like the matte finish. Glossy is good for some things when you want a gloss, but I was glad I had just enough to finish this off. But I bought a really big bottle because it was actually super economical to get this really big one. It was really inexpensive. So I may end up just filling the little one that I keep here on my desk. We'll see, but I just opened it up right before we came on. And so I'm going back over the top of this napkin. I'm just laying it down with a coating of Mod Podge on the top. And that's why I like the matte for something like this, especially this journal has such a, vintage feel with the oxide inks and all the papers and things that I used. So I think the matte dries nicely. And I'm just going to give it kind of a little coat all over the front, just so it looks a little bit consistent. Even though it's the matte, it still kind of gives a little bit of a sheen. And that's it. So that's basically done. We're going to let that dry. We move on to the next thing. We'll come back and do some inking and things once that dries, but we'll set that aside. Let me put my paintbrush aside here. I wish I knew where my pencil went. I love that pencil. Okay, now let's work on the card on the inside. I'm going to cut off a little bit of it just so we can see a little peek of that paper there at the top. Okay, I'm going to give a really good look for that pencil. I might actually yell for Taylor. She's home to see if I can borrow a pencil from her. Did I stick it? Oh, I stuck it back in my pen case. That's what happened to it. Mystery solved. Okay, I'm going to cut off just a little, maybe 1/4 of an inch off one end, just so we see a little bit more of that paper in the back and our tab isn't over the top of the envelope. I think that'll be good. And we are going to take our corner rounder. Let's give the corners a little bit of a rounding. I find too, if I round the corners, the cards slip a little bit easier into pockets and envelopes and that kind of thing. Rounded our corner. I already went ahead because I had cut a couple the other day, but I went ahead and punched out a tab top here. This is an old paper. It's like newer construction, kind of a mid-weight construction paper, and I just used my tab top cutter, but because I already had it done, we're just going to use that. And then just to add a little bit of something to the tab top, I'm going to take a little bit of, I just have some of this thin decorative paper, so let's just rip a little strip and just add a little something more. I thought the construction paper looked a little bit too new, so we're going to do that. And let's ink that up a little bit. Just so bright and pink. Although I loved it with the napkin, I just want to age it up a little bit. Hi, Kathy. How are you? I hope you're having a good Thursday. Is everybody getting ready for Thanksgiving? If you celebrate Thanksgiving next week. We have, since I can't even remember the last time that we weren't able to do that. We started a tradition years ago, camping with my parents, my dad and stepmom. When the kids were little, my parents had a fifth wheel for a lot of years. And so we started a tradition when the kids were super little of camping. My parents in their fifth wheel, and Jim and the kids and I in our RV, and we just would go all kinds of places. In fact, even before they moved out to Palm Springs area, a couple years we went camping out there before they before they moved there, and then ironically they ended up moving out to the desert. But it was so fun, and my dad would bring his Weber grill, and I mean, he'd barbecue the turkey, and then we would kind of split what we were able to cook inside our RV, and my stepmom with all the delicious things she makes in hers, and it was just fun. And we'd eat outside on the picnic table, and I think that's a lot of times we'd pick like a warmer place to camp, because we would have to eat at the camp table outside. But that was fun. And then my parents sold their fifth wheel. They eventually moved out to the desert, but we've continued the tradition. There's a reservoir really close to their house, a beautiful campground. It's probably like 10 minutes from their house, and we could certainly stay with them, but we're still kind of getting the feel of camping and putting the RV to use. So that's what we've done for the last several years. But Jim is on call this weekend, or he's on call Thanksgiving weekend. And I'm reminding myself we can't complain, because he's had so many Thanksgivings off, I can't even remember. But yeah, so he's on call, so there's no way we could, even with the traffic, even drive to my parents for the day, or even them coming this way. It's just really bad. We usually go for like 3 nights when we go at Thanksgiving, just so we can go a little bit early and avoid the traffic. So we are staying home this year. I think we're just going to do the 4 of us. We're going to keep it easy. And I got my stepmom makes the most wonderful dressing. So I got her recipe. And we'll be making grandma's stuffing, and it'll be fun. And then we'll go stay with them. We'll basically do what we typically do for Thanksgiving. We're just changing it to Christmas. So we'll take the RV out and kind of do the same thing. Do a little bit longer stay and enjoy Christmas with them. So it all worked out. Okay, I'm just inking that up a little bit. Let's glue on our tab top here. We'll use the art glitter glue. I'm actually really nervous about, I think I'm going to do this way. Jim and I cooked a whole turkey one time, and it didn't turn out very well. So I was like, that part's making me nervous. Cooking the turkey. So, and actually my parents did the same thing. They have like brined turkey breast at Trader Joe's. So my stepmom found that there, so that we're actually doing the same thing. She's like, oh, go pick up one of those. So it's like fully cooked and brined. And so that's what we're doing. And it's just the 4 of us. And of course it's just the 2 of them. So, and then we'll do all the other stuff from scratch that goes with the potatoes and dressing and all that stuff. So here's our tab top. I'm just going to give that a press, and then let's come in with our stamp and just give a little bit of texture to that journaling card. Just a little something extra. I like to just come and stamp on the corners there. We'll do the same thing on the back. just to kind of decorate. And you could, did I do that on that one? I guess I did. Oh, I did a little sticker. So let's grab out a little sticker for that real quick. Yeah, and we are close to drawing. Let's see. What stickers do we want to use? Maybe let's use one of these. Let's see what we have here. Oh, that's cute. Did I do it? Oh, I guess I did it on the front. I'm looking at my demo there. Let me see what we have. That's cute. I kind of like that one. Isn't that cute? Look at that little bunny. We have a little acorn. Let's do that one. That one's not as big. Oh, look at this one though. Oh, let's do that one. That little leaf. I like that. These envelopes are so fun to make. I love. It's kind of like a little puzzle, trying to figure out the little collage strips that fit. You know, like in the middle there. I love making these. When I made that other little pocket, it was reminding me how fun they are to make. And the thing that I like to do with my stickers, am I going to do that? Yeah, let's do that. I like to come in and do a little fussy cut just so you don't see as much of that white border. I don't know. I think it kind of has a cool look. These are the kind of washy one, so I don't mind the washi tape as much because it's a little bit more matte, but I definitely always do that with my glossy stickers. I think it, I don't know, just gives it a better look. You don't see that really, really, really thick white border. Oh, that's always the challenge of getting these off here. Okay, let's put a little sticker down. How quick and easy is that? And let's maybe do a little, let's do a little stamping around that as well, just to kind of tie that in. So cute. So there we have our sticker and our little bit of stamping. There, a little bit of splatter. And I think we're dry. You see, we fit well. And I like that. I like, you know, to cut a little bit off of that card. Otherwise, it probably would have been up like that. So we see a little bit of our paper back behind there. And then let's ink up our coin envelope. And you can see how nicely that matte medium dried. In fact, this one, actually though, this one is interesting because it does have a little bit different texture because I had the shiny Mod Podge on there, the glossy, and then I went over with the matte. I will say it does kind of give it a different texture. It's a little bit thicker in some way. So that's an interesting observation. Doesn't quite have the same look, but I don't want to go and do that glossy. I'm going to take just a piece of paper here and stick it down in here just so I can give that top a little bit of inking and it doesn't get on the flap there. All right, and then let's ink around the flap itself. We used to, oh, that was one of the things we would always do Thanksgiving. So we would pick a day because we would go out to, you know, especially once my parents were out in the desert. I don't think we never did it. I don't think we did it when we all like we had both campers, because sometimes we would go out, like Borrego Springs was one of the places we would do Thanksgiving, and that's kind of out in the boonies. There's not a lot there. Definitely not a movie theater in town. There's like a couple little shops and stuff. But once we started doing out in the desert, sometimes that was kind of a tradition. We would go to the movies one of the days. Sometimes my dad, when the kids were little, my dad would take the kids to like more of the kid movie. And then I'd go shopping with my stepmom, get some early Christmas shopping done. So yeah, that was definitely something we used to do. So maybe we'll do that with the kids. What is out? Wicked? Wicked. Oh, maybe that would be a fun one to go see. I don't really know what's out. I don't go to the movies as much as I should. Taylor, now I'm going to say it wrong. So a thing probably most of you don't know about me, I love sci-fi. I'm like a big sci-fi movie fan. I like apocalyptic stuff. You know, I'm like a Walking Dead fan person. I just love things like that. So Taylor and I last night, we just finished watching, I'm going to say it wrong because I want to say This Is Us. Is it? Oh, what is it? Oh, maybe she'll walk by. It was that HBO series. I think there were six installments in the first series. So we just finished watching that last night. Maybe somebody knows and they'll put it in. The Last of Us. Is that what it is? The Last of Us? Oh my gosh, it was so good. It was really, really good. Let's add a little bit of green to this too. So I think the second season is coming out in the spring, so that's why I wanted to watch it. I'm always behind all the new things that are out, so I like it with the green. But I really liked it. Very well acted, well written. Yeah, sometimes people go, "What? You like those kind of things?" I do. I think, I'm a product of was born in the late 60s. So I grew up on, Star Wars and all those things as a kid, watching Star Trek reruns with my stepdad. So here's our little envelope here. And let's grab our other journal. And we're going to put it in our back page here. Oh, hi, Amy. No, you didn't miss much. I'm just on the first little craft here. You didn't miss much. Tomorrow's your sale. Okay, what's tomorrow? Friday. Ooh, are you now on Facebook? Can you send out a message? I don't know. I get very so, especially now, there's so much going on, and all of you know, in general, I'm so easily distracted. Could you message me? What time is it going live? What time is it posting? If I click on that link, will it give me a notification? I know I'm just not a good Facebook person. Or I should say not a good, I'm just not adept at using Facebook. Okay, we just did some art glitter glue, and we're going to glue in our pocket here. You know what? And we are going to give that a little bit of splatter. Okay, 2 p.m. Eastern. So if I click on that, let me do it right now. If I click on it, is there okay, it's going to Facebook. Okay, I'm liking it. Is there a way to do notification? get notified about this post if I do that. Turn on notifications, set a oh, look, set a reminder. So can I do that then? 2 p.m. So that's 11 my time, right? Would I do it in my time? See, I don't know anything about how this works. I'm going to try it. So I set a reminder 11 a.m. my time. Whoops, what happened? Hopefully that works. Oh, it keeps jumping. Okay, keeps jumping to 51. So I'm going to do 10:51. I don't know why. Why is it doing that? Sorry, guys. So weird. It won't let me do 11. It's 11:51. I'll go play with it later. So hopefully that works. Oh yeah, if you can send me a message, that would be great. Stayed up, yeah. Stayed up late too. Yeah. We were up. Ooh, I think it was like midnight last night. We first said there's 6 in the series, and at first we were like, we're only going to watch 1 a night, but yeah, it was so good. Maybe the first night we did 1, and then it was so good, like we couldn't help ourselves. We're like, let's watch. So I think we did 2. Maybe we did 2 all the nights. I don't know. Taylor and I have been known to start some kind of series, and then we end up like binge watching it. You know, it's like rainy day. It's cold. Nice wintertime activity. But if you like those kind of movies or series, I highly recommend it. Okay, so I've added a little bit of texture with the stamping. Our little card is done. And there we go. That is our first project. Okay, now we're going to move on to doing the page that has the little flip out. So we'll build the little belly band quickly, and then we'll move on to the card. And where is that page? So here's our little flip out. So what I did for the belly band is, and you can use any type. I like to use for my belly bands and my side pockets, any kind of pockets really. I like to use something that's a little sturdy. So like cardstock. This is probably more sturdy than I typically use. It was one of those William Morris, what do I say, postcards. So it's very thick cardstock, but I like to do that because I feel like when you're pulling things in and out of the pockets and adding, you know, more pictures and ephemera and that kind of stuff, when it gets a lot of use, that I don't like to use, like, you know, what would I say, like, you know, printable by itself, or copy weight paper, like kind of that, like that weight paper. Oh, what is that? Did you love it too, Amy? Oh my gosh. I loved it. I loved it. And Ryan had already watched it. I think he watched all of them. So we had a really good discussion last night when it was the end. We don't have Apple TV. So Silo, is that another series? Ooh, we'll have to look into that. But we don't currently have Apple TV. Okay, so yeah, so this is like a thick cardstock. I think this is a little bit, I'm going to cut this down a little bit. And actually what we are layering on the top is a piece of this vintage lace here. Battery saver. Battery saver is on. Oh no, my plug might be out. we've been having issues. Let me see what's going on. Let me check my laptop here and make sure. I think sometimes this plug behind me goes out. Let me go grab something. I'm so sorry, guys. Let me go grab something really quick because I don't want my my laptop to go out. Let me just grab another extension cord. So sorry. Let me just plug one in on the other side of the room because I would hate for that to go out. Hopefully that fixes it. Yeah, we had this really weird thing. Jim was trying to use, we're trying to cut down a shrub on the side of the house, and we have a plug-in, or he has a plug-in chainsaw, and we discovered that the outside electrical outlet wasn't working. And then the next day, hopefully that fixed it. Let me come around. The next day, the electrical in the garage didn't work with the washer and dryer. So we've been having some weird things. Let me see. Is it charging? Oh, maybe that's not working either. Let me try one more. Let me try another location. So it doesn't look like it's charging. Let me see now. Let me see. Sorry. How do I tell? I think it's charging now. I'm going to keep my fingers crossed. I just don't know. I think something popped. We must have had something pop, like an electrical. Okay, where was I? So we're going to layer this piece of lace. Yeah, so that's pretty good where I marked it. Let's give it a cut this way. See how we did with that. It's pretty good. I'm going to cut maybe another little smidge off. Just a little bit of a smidge. There we go. Okay, silo. Ooh, I'm going to write that down on my little notebook here. So is that kind of sci-fi kind of thing? Ooh. Let's see. Kathy said she started watching The Diplomat. Oh, I'm going to write that down too. Because I said last night, I was like, oh, what are we going to watch now? Jim goes to work so early in the morning. So he tends to be early. He tends to go to bed earlier. Let's see. What is Diploma on? What is that like? Silo? Okay, futuristic. That's my kind of thing. Ooh. Hi, Kathy. How are you? Oh, Diplomats on Netflix. Okay, we do have Netflix. Ooh. Nice. Nicey nice. Okay, so let's make this a little bit shorter. And I like to also, so that things close easy, I don't like to go right to the edge. I like to leave a little bit of the underpage showing, in this case, the envelope. So we're going to trim that down a little bit. Ooh, those are 2 good suggestions. Ooh, I hope you're having a good lunch. Oh, that's right. You have a sale today too, later, right? Is it both? Is it you and Kathy again? I saw. I stopped in last week. Put your link in, Kathy. Are you guys switching? Are you switching between? Okay, so I like that length. And I think let's cut our lace a little bit shorter. And where are my pinky shears? You could put a little bit of fray check on the edge of it. I find this lace stays fairly okay. Actually, I'm going to straighten that side up a little bit. But I like the look that it gets with these scissors. I think we're good. Okay. Okay, we are good. Let me get this stuff off of here. Okay, I'm going to use Fabri-Tac. Oh yeah, hopefully, let's see. Kathy says I will be on the last half hour with Kathy at 3:45 and she will be on with me at 4:15. Okay, cool. I will tune in. Actually, let's glue this side. Okay, so we're using a little bit of Fabri-Tac here. Running out of all my glue. I actually ordered Fabri-Tac also from Amazon this week. And the super weird thing is, and I didn't notice that when I was in the checkout, we have Amazon Prime, but it's taken almost a full week for it to come. It's still not been delivered. I think it's out for delivery today. Super weird. I have to go back and look in my thing. And I did order a 3-pack because it was much cheaper to do that. And I tend to go through it pretty quick. So I don't know if that's why. And I think it was coming straight from Beacon. Maybe that's why too. But boy, it's taken an awfully long time. And the other thing I'm really excited about is I bought a pack of, and I will report back, of these sweet Sugar Bell bottles. I think Leanne was the one that told me about these. I think I've seen some other people mention. So I'm going to try that. Once the other bottles come, I'm going to put my Fabri-Tac in one of these and see how it works. I probably still have to do, I'm going to have to get a pin, I think, for the top, but I'm really excited to try these because I don't know. It's always oozing out the top. It's so hard to squeeze. It's not my, it works well, but it's not my favorite. Okay, so we've glued our lace on. I'm just going to kind of give it a little check here. Okay, we are good. And then let's move on. Let's do our little ribbon tab here. Where did my ribbon go? Now, I don't even know where I got this ribbon. Maybe I picked it up in a pack of stuff from the thrift store, but it's so cool. I've never seen it before. I actually discovered it in my ribbon drawer. It's paper-backed, so I'm sure it's some old craft or what am I trying to say, scrapbook like supply or card making supply. But I thought, well, that's fun because it'll stay, you know, rigid with the paper behind it. So it's like a sticker kind of thing. So I'm just going to fold it, but you could certainly use any kind of ribbon. I don't think it has to be this this specific kind, but I thought it's a great use. And it was like a 3-pack. There wasn't much of this green, but here's the other colors that came in it. So I'll have to find something fun to do with it. So whoever had donated it, I think they used most of the green up. So I just had just this little bit left. So what I'm doing, because it has that backing, is I took it off and I'm just sticking it together. But you could just put Fabri-Tac. You could do the same with regular ribbon, but I just had this, so I thought, why not use it? Okay, and then we are going to put a hole in there, and I'm going to use my crocodile because I have it. Is that what I used? Maybe no, I didn't use the crocodile. I take it back. I used this little tiny hole punch. I'm pretty sure this is what I used. And we're going to use some little teeny tiny brads. You do, Terry? You love them? Oh, I think I'm going to love. I know I'm going to love them. I don't know. It's so hard, especially because I've been having those issues with my hands. I have such a hard time squeezing it. And then if I sit it down, like the volcano thing happens and I end up wasting it. I kind of have a little bit of a love-hate relationship. I feel like with the Fabri-Tac. So I am so excited. I am anxiously awaiting my delivery today. Okay, now let me make sure. I want to make sure I put it on the right side. So it's going to go on this side. I am so excited. Are there any other glues that you use, Terry, that you, and I think they only had a 2-pack of the Baby Bells. But certainly, I only needed one, but I'm sorry. It's a little fiddly here. I'm trying to see, and I can't see for some reason. There we go. Okay. I'm having a hard time lining up. I probably could have used the crocodile. I just didn't need the hole to be so big. These brads are so teeny tiny, but if you have bigger brads, the crocodile would work really well. Okay, so you put your Barely Art in there. Okay, good. Well, I'll save. I do want to try the Barely Art eventually, so that's good. All right, we'll have a bottle at the ready. Okay, so we're going to put our brad in there and spread those back, little legs there, arms, whatever they are. And I like to secure it a little bit more, so I'm going to glue like a little piece of paper or maybe a piece of washi. Let me see if I have anything kind of laying around here. Sometimes I have little scraps. Oh, I'm going to get out. This is so weird. I started doing that this last week because when I'm collaging and stuff, sometimes I just need a little piece of washi just to add somewhere. And, sometimes it gets, it doesn't stick anymore, but I'm just going to cut off a little piece of that. So I've been doing this weird thing. I don't know that this is going to work long term because it might start sticking to itself, but some of it's sticky and some of it isn't. But I had this little vintage jar. And I thought, well, I'll try that because I had all these pieces like stuck on the side of my little laptop stand. And then I was sticking them on the sewing machine that's on the other side of the table. So we'll see. I'm not sure that's going to work long term, but at least it helped corral them. All right, so I just added a little bit of art glitter there. We'll let that dry there so that our tag doesn't, you know, get caught on it, and I think that'll work a little bit better. Okay, I'm not going to glue this yet. Let's make our card and then we'll glue that belly band on there. I'm going to move that aside. I'm going to bring the card over just so I have it to look at. We don't have to be exact, but just makes it a little bit easier. And I already went ahead and just cut a piece of cardstock, so I didn't have to take time to do that. I just kind of traced the one I had. And then I have one of these used up cards here, and a long time ago I just cut off the edges there, so I'm going to do that. You know what, actually let's cover it first. I think I'm jumping ahead of myself. Let's cover it first. Okay, so I just grabbed a piece of a book page out of one of my children's books. I think this is, yeah, this is from the Jungle Book, and I love using it. I like the color of it, and at least it's a children's book, so I don't need to worry about wording too much. And I'm going to find a section here. Yeah, I think that'll work. So I'm going to use this because it's a big paragraph here. It doesn't have a lot of breaks in it. So I'm going to use this section right here. And let's see, let's use glue stick for this. Glue stick has a little bit longer dry time, but for tags and layering paper for bigger pieces, I do like the glue stick. The art glitter glue, it gets like bumps in it, I find. And it dries so quick, it's hard to there we go. You know, you can't really, oops, I'm not very straight there. Is that going to drive me crazy? Let me try to move it a little bit. All right, we're pretty good. You know, you can't you can't spread it around with your finger. It just dries, it dries much too quickly. Okay, so there's our one side. Let's cut that. We'll trim that off. Let me grab my bigger scissors here. Let me see. Oh, Kathy said, okay, I'm trying to get caught up. Kathy says she needs to clean your caps out better for now. The caps at on your glue, yeah, they get all clogged up. I love baby food jars. They're so awesome. I don't think I have any baby food jars, but definitely if I was at an estate sale and I ran across some, you know, people always, that's always my tip for finding really cool jars, because a lot of people use old jars in the garage, right, for storing screws and nails and stuff like that. That's where I found that cool one, was at that estate sale I went to. Okay, and they were actually empty. The two I picked up were empty. Okay, so there's our one side, and then let's cover the other side in some of this ledger paper. I love this ledger paper. I am going to be sad when I use it up. I've sort of been, let's see here. Well, let's go on this side. I'm just looking at where the numbers are. I love the numbers on this side. So I'm going to try to line it up. Just give myself a little bit of a mark where I know I want to line that up. Let's make sure our wording is going the right way. When I'm collaging little bits and pieces, I know some people like the wording and everything to run the proper way. When I'm collaging with little bits and pieces, it doesn't bother me. Or if I'm doing like a master board, I never mind if things are running all different directions. But on a tag like this, I want to try to get everything running up and down. Oh, you started on your Christmas presents, Kathy. That's awesome. You did, Kathy? You found some at Goodwill? I don't know where I got this. This might have been from my mom, I think, in the office supplies at their house when we were cleaning out. I'm pretty sure that's where this came from. And I don't have a lot of this color. Actually, my mom had a lot of like different ledger papers. My mom and stepdad had a business for a number of years, so I think that's what she used it for. She did all the bookkeeping for their business. But I don't think there's that many pieces left on the roll. So I know I'll be on the hunt. I'll have to look on eBay or something and see if I can find more. Okay, so we've covered both sides. Now we are going to take this and cut our corners. I think it is safe to do that now. And then we will work on our collage on the front. There we go. Okay, let's see. Do we want to use the same one? Oh, we'll use the same one. Where's my... Let's rip this down a little bit smaller so it's easier to handle. Okay. Put that one aside. And then I'm just going to come in here and just do a really easy rip around the image. If you didn't want to rip it, you could. It would look super cute just to cut it square around the edges, but easy peasy. Get off those little edges there. So there's our little image, and we are going to ink that up. I think I'll grab my walnut just to give it a little bit of a darker edge. It'll stand out against that brownish book page. And we could even come in and do that little trick with folding it. Just kind of age it up a little bit too. We can even do that so you get the little fold marks there. We will do a little bit over here. Okay, so we've aged up our little image. And let's grab some more elements. So we have that. And then I just had this bit of paper. I think it was one of the Temu pages. And I thought that would be cute just to add to the collage. Let's see here. What number? I kind of like the 3. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to rip it. Get rid of that white border. And you could do rubber stamping on blank book pages. I mean, kind of sky's the limit. Actually, I don't like that. It blends in too much with the background. And that green blends in. Let's do the 6. I think that one's a little bit better. It's darker. Changing our mind here. Get rid of that white. That's good. Around the edges there, it's a little bit straight. Okay, so now we have a 6. What else did I grab? Let's see, let's take a little bit of this paper. Maybe this piece right here. I just have all these little bits and pieces around me. Let's use what we have. I think that's good. And I think I'm going to use this. Everything's kind of the same. So I'm going to take a little bit of this. Maybe the color's a little bit better. Oh, that's the same too. Oh, I'm being so picky here. Let me look in my little folder here. I don't like how all the coloration of everything is such the same. Let me get my little notebook out here and see what we have. Everything's brown, same brown. Let's use this little bit of pink tone here. I think that's a little bit better. Little too much the same. Okay, much better. And let's get a little, I need like a piece of ledger. Let me look in my drawer here. Oh, look at that. That's kind of interesting. Let's see if I have a little strip of ledger of some sort. I need something with another little color, and I didn't pull out. Let's look in our, whoops, let's look in our ledger thing. Nope, that's too much. I just want something with a little bit of subtle. Let's use some of this. So this is like a graph paper, and it has some blue to it. Let's rip off a little piece of that. So you get a little something different going on here. There we go. I like that better. Bye, Kathy. Have a good sale. I'll pop in later when I'm eating my lunch. I love it. You come in during your lunch here, and I usually come in during my lunch to your sale. Okay, that's good. Let's give that a little bit of an inking. Let's age that up. I think this is kind of some newer graph paper. I think Jim brought this home for me, maybe from work or something. I don't know. They were getting rid of some stuff. Okay, I like that. So let's build our collage. Where's our other piece? Let's give that some inking. Let's use the walnut. I also want to go look, Michelle, Comfy Cozy Living. I saw a post on Instagram and she was, I think, had a bunch of vintage playing cards at her sale. I'm not sure how long she's going to run, but I'm going to go pop in there and see if she has any left over, if they didn't all sell. I don't know if she's doing them in packs, but looks like she had a whole pile of them. So I'm going to go check that out too. Okay, there's our number. All right, so let's start building. We don't want to go too high because we will put a hole here at the top. So I'm just going to kind of draw myself a loose one there. Okay, and then let's go ahead and put our squirrel down. I'm just going to put my little marker here. I like to do with the pencil. We'll use art glitter for this. There we go. And let's see. Let's add this piece down here. We also want to keep room for the little washi tape border we'll put on the bottom. You could use lace. You could use ribbon for the bottom detailing. Okay, we have our little graph paper down. I want to make that a little bit, smaller. So it kind of goes around the squirrel there. And I want to put that on top. Oh, and it looks like that plug worked because it looks like we're charging. Let me check. What am I at? Oh, yep, it worked, 41%. So that means the plug behind me does not work. The plug across from me doesn't work. I just don't know what is going on. The other weird thing is my dear friend that lives down the street, their electrical went out in their bedroom, like the bedroom wall. And I'm like, what is going on? It's like weird things going on in our neighborhood. Our cell service has been super bad. We both have AT&T, and it's been terrible. Like no bars. I just don't know what is going on. Okay, where did my washi tape go? I'm losing everything today. Here we go. I like this green. Kind of tying back in, we used a lot of metallics, like gold metallics on the front. So I thought this was really pretty. No, I'll do that after. I was thinking to myself because I do want to round the bottom, but I think I'll do it after the washi is down. Let me see here. Do this in the least awkward way. Oh, what did Amy find? I found 2 packs of playing cards at the thrift the other day. One has kitties and one has little girls from. Ooh, that's such a good find. I hardly ever. I think the only time I found cards were those Mucha ones that I showed in a haul. Oh my gosh, those are good. If you're finding like 70s and 80s and the little kittens, that's score. I have found, I think I did find some at, I found them at flea markets before. I've had luck, but sometimes they could be super pricey at the flea markets. But I seldom find good ones at thrift stores. I think I have found some at estate sales in the past. Okay, so we have our little border here. I think let's go ahead and round our corners while we're thinking about it. I think I'll use the 7mm. I'll use the middle one there. Might need to give a little bit of snip with the washi. Didn't quite round the corner there. I kind of hoard them too. I'm trying to use my playing cards more often. I'm trying to put them in my journals and use them, but I don't know. That's one of those weird things that I obsess with. I love playing cards. I don't know why. I'm looking for the stickers. No, something about the graphics, right? Are so good. Oh, I just found, I was trying to find that little piece of blue paper. I finally found that little strip there. My little pile here. I'm going to bring that over. This one I'm going to put over here. I'm going to keep it nice. Okay, let's pick out a little sticker for the front of this. And I think I saw an acorn in there. I think we did, which would be really cute. That one's kind of big. I think there was a smaller acorn. I love these stickers. I picked these up at a thrift store. Did I like that one? There was this really great thrift store that was right down the street from the assisted living, the memory care place. Ooh, that's pretty. I think I like that better. It was Assistance League thrift store. Kind of pricey because it was a little bit of a boutique kind of place, but I found some really great things. I would go often, but I would stop in there from time to time. I think I'm just going to leave the washi on that. But I found these stickers there and I love them. I don't know where they came from. I think it was like 3 different packs of them and I've really been enjoying them. Kind of a weird find. I think it was like $1. Clearly they were like, oh, who would want these? They were super inexpensive for the whole set of, yeah, like $1 for like 3 packages of different stickers, all brand new. That's cute. I like that. Okay, let's do our hole here. Get my bigger hole punch. Oh my gosh, and $2. Though that's really well priced. What did I pay for the Mucha ones? I think I paid up for those because I really wanted them. $3 for something. Oh my gosh, $3 off your total. You found a vintage salt and pepper Eskimo set. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, how cute. I do that I've done that so many times. I've picked little like cute little figurines and stuff to make assemblages and to craft with. And then I'm like, no, this is too cute to craft with it. Oh, how fun. Let's see. Amy says it's going to snow tomorrow. I'm hoping it holds off. I wanted to go to the flea market Sunday. I think it's the last one of the year. Ooh, I hope it doesn't snow. Oh, they won't have it. Yeah, when the weather's bad. Kathy says I have a bunch that my dad picked up in the 70s from casinos. Ooh, those are fun. Those are fun. Did I put one in this journal? I don't think so. So we moved some. Where did I find those? Oh, I ended up selling the coffee table, but my mom had, because it just didn't fit. It didn't fit in either room, but my mom had taken an antique library table. Like they were tall, like counter height, right? The really old, beautiful, like dark oak, and with the clawfoot feet. And so she had it. I don't know if my stepdad did it. My stepdad may have done it, but they cut the legs off at the top and then reattached them. So she made a beautiful coffee table, but it was really big. And it just didn't work in the living room or the family room in our house. So I ended up selling it, but there was a drawer in it and my mom would keep like cards and little games. It was a fairly big size drawer. And I found a cribbage set that was older. I don't even remember playing with it. And I sold the cribbage set on Etsy because I didn't think it was something we would use. But inside the cribbage set was a super old set of playing cards. Let me see if I can grab them. They're so cool. I am going to grab them. They're so cool. And I'm thinking now I have included some in, okay, so here they are. I feel like they may have belonged to my grandparents. Look how old these are. So it says is it Sun Grand Nectarines? Kism brand, it's the best. I think these are really old. So I kept the cards and sold the cribbage board because I didn't think they necessarily went together. Aren't those cool? And I don't know why I feel like these belong to my grandparents. They just have my grandparents' vibe about them. Aren't they good? Oh, it's so good. So I think I didn't include one in this fall one. I think I had pulled it out, but I ended up using something that kind of had that gold metallic to it. But aren't these good? I am going to use them, but I'm kind of savoring them. They're so good. Look at this bin. I'll have to go through this bin sometime. But I found these actually at a thrift store, like an art store. We had like a meetup with some of our California friends here, vintage selling friends here a couple years ago. Some of you may remember, but I think I actually did pick these up at this really cool art thrift store that we went to in Santa Barbara. That was such a fun trip. I think we're long overdue for another one. But so I guess I shouldn't say, oh, that one's already done. I shouldn't say I don't find them, but right? I think we all can agree it isn't very often, like Amy was saying. Oh, do you want me to go through that? Okay, I'll put this together really quick and then we'll go through. We'll look at the cards. So I just have some of these vintage hole protectors. I love these. I love the matte ones. I can't seem to find matte, or I haven't come across them. The newer ones seem to be super shiny. But what I love about these, I'm just trying to hit them with a little bit more brown, is they take the oxide inks so well because they're kind of non-glossy and they're matte. So I'm sort of savoring those. I don't have a lot of them. Again, everything seems to come from my mom's house. These came from my mom's too. So I think I have maybe just a couple packages. But I love how they take the ink. I think they're so cool. And I will often make my own too out of book pages. So you could, if you have, I have some little die cut things so I can make my own. So you could make them out of book page and then do the ink, but this is so quick and easy. And it's so cool. I've saved all these sheets when I've gone in and used them all because I think these have really great graphics for collaging. That kind of thing. You could use it as a stencil. So definitely never throw those away. Okay, I'm looking for my, like I literally have hardly anything on my desk. Where did the pen go? The pin somewhere. I'll find it when we're off. Okay, let's do the back a little bit. Let's put a stamp or something. Let's decorate that back. And I just pulled out a bag of vintage postage stamps. I like her. Let's put something green back here. Let's hit that with a little bit of ink. You do, Kathy, of the matte ones? Oh, that's right. I feel like you found a bunch, right? Like at a flea market or what was it? Not a flea market, but like an auction? Was that where you got them all? I need to go through and see what I have. But I definitely know those came from my mom's. Sort of like the random things I packed up and brought home from Wyoming. It was like the office supplies. Sure, Jim was like probably rolling his eyes. Okay, do you guys see it? Where did I put it? Like, how could it have gone that far? Is it on the floor? Nope, I don't see it on the floor either. Okay, we'll have to solve that mystery later. Okay, I'm going to make sure I put it in the right direction because remember last week I had so many oopsies with things upside down and getting ahead of myself. Okay, I like that. I'm just going to do a dry fit and then we'll finish off the tag. Figure out where we want this. I think I'll center it with the bow, I think is what we'll end up doing. But let me see what it looks like with the image. Or do I want to drop it down? No, I think that's okay. Okay, so I'm going to just try to kind of center it there. Definitely need to make a dangle for my glue thing. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe that'll be a project in the new year, is to make dangles together. Okay, that's pretty good. And then we'll just run a bead just down either end here. They have so many beads and charms, so that'll be a fun thing to do. Oh, brother-in-law parents. Nice. Did they think it was funny that you wanted them? Right? Because sometimes sometimes people are like, why would you want that? So funny. I was Kiki and I were walking the other day. She's like my walking partner, my friend, and right, she's the one. She always looks out at the library because when she goes to the library to get magazines and things for her dad's assisted living, she's always like, she'll send me pictures. Oh, look, the stationery, this free stationery, and oh, that's the wrong one. All the stuff that's in there. So funny. We were walking the other day and past a house, and they had this really old, like antique little, what do I want to say? It was like a trunk. It was like a trunk, and it was sticking out of the trash. And she's so funny. And of course I saw it like when we were really far away, but I was like, no, don't. I like telling myself, don't look at it. You don't need it. You have no room to put it. It was really cool. And then when we got closer, and then she's like, did you not see that? And I'm like, yes, I saw it. I'm trying really hard to ignore it. I don't need it. So she's so funny. She's not into vintage and antiques and stuff, but she's always looking out. She enables me. I guess she's an enabler. And I'm like, no, let's just keep walking. Keep walking. I don't want to stop. I don't want to look at it. Where would I put it? It was a cute one though. It was a small one. It wasn't a really big one, but again, I don't have anywhere to put it. Oh, they passed. Oh. Well, I'm glad that you rescued some of their office supplies, because those are a treasure, and you can think about them when you're using them. I kind of like that. Every time I'm using something that came from my mom or my stepdad, it reminds me of them, which I love. Okay, so there we are. Let's put a little, again, because I get obsessed with these little stamps. Let's put a little bit of extra. I don't think I did on the other one, but why not? Let's do it on this one. Just to age it up a little bit. Yeah, that's good. I definitely want to put some on the back around this stamp. Then I'll do a little bit of close up. Okay, I think we need a topper. On this other one, I had a little bit of, I don't know, vintage ribbon kind of material kind of thing, but I had this laying next to me. So let's use this. Let's put a little bit of this sparkle. I think would be cute, especially because we have sparkle in the washi tape. I love this yarn. This was that yarn I picked up at that Asian, like Japanese estate sale that we went to like a month ago from the big epic haul. And I haven't used the blue yet, but I've used this gold one. I was using the green the other day for our weekly prompt, and I was thinking, I'm so happy that I have it. Probably would have been better. I might end up taking this out. I might add another piece of ribbon with it. I'm just going to leave it long, but I think that's not too bad. I don't know. It's a little bit thin. I might find a piece of lace to kind of add with it. You know what I mean? Just to give it a little bit more heft, but I'm going to leave it long just in case I end up using it for something else. And let's see, let's look. I think we're done. So there's the front with our cute little collage. I think turned out cute with the little sticker on it. Just so great, so easy. make it, you know, any theme that you have. Yeah, I think I might want to grab some lace or something. I'll pull that out and add the lace with it, I think, and then layer it on. But so cute. And then it has this little tab thing to open. And then let's just one last look here at our little coin envelope. Again, super cute, very easy projects. And a lot of the ones that are in the finished journal, I've done, you know, similar projects. So if anybody's watching in the replay, you can kind of go back and look at all the tutorials on the channel. Okay, let's look at this. What time is it? 1:49. Okay. What is, oh my gosh, there's so many cool things in here. I don't know, a lot of these, some in here, I think I got in like Happy Mail. Look how cute this is that I received from somebody. I think it was a gift. You know who it was? Kathy will know, Fatbird Finds. I think this came from Fatbird Finds, and I had either bought or won a gift box. I can't remember which, but isn't that the cutest way? So to take an old clue game. So they did one of the cards and then one of the little game pieces. So cute. So I'll have to use that. This is funny. This is from when we were cleaning out my mother-in-law's stuff. She was a big Angels fan. Clearly that's not a card, but some of these aren't very interesting in here. But anytime I get cards and things in Happy Mail, I always stick it in here. Some of these are cool, you know, like whatnot purchases, stuff like that. So I'm not really sure where all these have come from. Those are sort of like a laminated. Oh, these are so cute. These are cute. I haven't really looked through these in a while. Look how cute these are. I don't know what game this is. Some kind of game. Look how cute those are. Maybe some of these would be cute. Look at her, the little Carmen Miranda. Little like Russian boy. I'm trying to see if there would be anything cute to go in the Christmas journal we'll be working on. Kind of like It's a Small World, it reminds me of. Okay, what do we have here? All right, these aren't very interesting. They're just music trivia cards. I think we run across those sometimes. Those aren't quite exciting. I probably would maybe do a little collage over the top of those. I don't find them super exciting. What else do we have in here? I think these are from a set I bought on eBay. So they're not playing cards. They might be kind of like artist trading card kind of thing. I'm not sure, but they're so cool. I bought them and a lot of them have holes on the side, but I bought them to decorate like tiered trays. And I have one of those, the display things, they're metal and they have the arms and then they have the little circle at the top, like the little clippy thing where you can put display pictures and stuff. Okay, these aren't very interesting, but they're cool. They're like like alphabet cards. They're kind of a laminated. Let's see what else is in here. I'll put those back. I'm just picking out. Oh, now this is, I think I put one of these in the completed fall journal. So these I think I got also from that art thrift store in Santa Barbara. I think I got those same trip when we were with friends. So these are cool. And I liked the gold. These I'm not sure where they came from, but they're like irises and they have that kind of gold and silver metallic. So they're pretty cool. These are cute. I think I've used these in some of my journals. I'm not sure what game they're from. These may have come from an estate sale. Aren't those adorable? Those are good ones. And then of course, so here's that deck of, which I don't know, something tells me They may have come from my grandparents. I think this is just a one-off. I think that came in Happy Mail. Let's see, what do we have here? This is, oh no, that's a playing card. Isn't that cute? I like to use that in my 4th of July. I think that was like a one-off Happy Mail. I picked up a bunch of these at an estate sale, I think. They were kind of loose, and I just grabbed the ones I could find. This is one of those blank backed ones. I don't know what they are. Aren't they good? Yeah. I don't know. Did they used to make like trading cards like that? It's so interesting with the blank black back like that. Aren't those cute? Yeah, these definitely came from eBay. Look how cute that is. Very interesting, but I don't know enough about it. Look how cute she is. And they're definitely old. They definitely have some age to them. That's for sure. And they're kind of worn, but I don't know anything about them. These would be probably something I would hoard, just because I have one of them. This is something I would hoard because I'm like, oh, I'll never find them again. They're so cool. Look at that. And again, these are all the blank backed ones. I guess some have holes in them, some don't. Isn't she cool? So interesting. I don't know what these would have been used for. He's kind of funny. Yeah, I just think they're so cool. Some of these I definitely need to start using. Wouldn't that be cute in like a little Easter journal? That one has a little hole here. These are still all the blank backed ones. I think I paid hardly anything for them. I think maybe if you search like trading cards, like vintage artist trading cards, I don't know. I'm sure I put like the search in was playing cards probably. What's that? Oh, here. I had it upside down. It's like a gazelle. That one's not so fabulous, but they're pretty cool. And I like to do like cards and postcards and then mix like these little cards on that metal holder. You know, you can kind of layer like 3 things on one arm. She's fun. Look how many. I forgot. I haven't gone through these in so long. I didn't realize I had so many. Look how cool that is. So I probably should go through here and decide which ones I'm going to keep and which ones I'm going to craft with. Isn't it cool? That one was so cool. Yeah, I've contemplated that, Amy, lately because I've been trying to like organize. And so that's been one of my thoughts. If I want to create bins and have things, categorized by like holiday, like all the Christmas together, I may, because what I find is like if I have it like this, I mean, I can grab this, little bin and start sorting through them, but it takes a long time to pull things, supplies and ephemera and stuff. When I'm working on something, it takes a long time. So I don't think this is like the most efficient. So here's some more of those sarsaparilla. I don't think they're vintage, but they definitely have that vintage looking. These are cute. I have used some of these. Like these would be great. I'm going to keep a couple of these out. These would be great for the Christmas journals because of the color. I'm going to pull a couple of those out. While we're at it, it's another cool one. Eagle. Look how pretty. Oh, yeah, that's a playing card. And what do we have here in the front? Oh, look at, he's cute. This little guy here. That's definitely from a vintage children's game. I don't know which. These got all messed up, but there's one of those. Music trivia card here. I think this was a Happy Mail. Oh, it was from Kat. I must have bought something from Kat. I love it. That's my favorite thing. I love when people put playing cards as package toppers. This one's cool. Lake Quinault Lodge. Probably a happy mail. Look how cool that one is. Ugh, I love that one. Florida. Here's another music trivia. Here, let me get rid of. So we've seen these, the sarsaparilla, and then see, everything's really mixed up. And then all these like iris ones. So we've seen all those. I'm going to stick those in there. And this is not all my cards, because any that I've picked up that are in boxes, they're in the little cubby behind me. We won't go through those today, but all the box cards I have, or like full sets that I haven't opened up, they're behind me. So this is not all, but this, yeah, look how beautiful that one is. Oh my gosh, I love that one. Mary, this is from Mary. Look how cute that is. I've bought a lot of things from Mary, and she always puts the cards as package toppers too. Isn't that one cute? Oh my gosh. That's one of the blank ones. So interesting, right? I might need to do a little. Okay, now look how cool this one. I'm pretty sure this was a Happy Mail one. Have you guys ever seen that? This see-through one? That would be really cool in like a like 4th of July. These are bucks. What is bucks? I don't know what that is. Is that a drink? I don't know where these came from. I just have a few of them. These are just regular ones for crafting. Here's more of the iris. Here's kind of an ombre. I don't know what that is. Minneapolis Institute of Arts. Those are really cool. I have so many. I like that one. Pit Game. Look at that one. Grand Ole Opry. I love making tags out of these little tiny ones. And then, of course, you can't see what they were to begin with. These are cool. Like Kids Game. I think that's a blank one. Frisky Fox. Kids Bicycle Cards. That one's fun. That's a game. I'm pulling these out for the Christmas journal. Cards are more than just a game. They're an excuse to eat snacks. How fun is that? That's a cute one. This bird, that's a blank one. So cool. I'm glad we did this. That's getting pulled out. That one's getting pulled out. Did we look at these already, or these repeats? So we have equestrian and a ship. Yeah, I'll pull that out. I'm not sure. I kind of have a theme in my head, kind of like the stuff that I'm doing, more maybe more of like a kitschy retro. So I'm not sure if the bird will go. That was a cool one, but I'll pull it out anyway. And then this one is really cool. I don't know. It's not Mucha, but it has that, right? I don't think it's Mucha. Maybe. It has that kind of look, though, that Art Deco look. And that's it. So that's just that bit. Like I said, I have many more boxes that I'm hoarding. Yeah, that's really cool. I know. That's right, Amy. Amy loves the Cardinals. Are they? The see-through ones are expensive? I'm pretty sure, because I only have one, that had to have come like a package topper or something. I'm not sure where I got that one, but I'm glad we did that, because now I have Christmas ones. I know I bought some Christmas cards too. I think was a whole deck or maybe 2 decks from Kelly, Mary's sister too. I think when they had that last Christmas sale that they did together. So I know I have some of those too. So that is it. I'm talking so fast because I'm trying to move through. So again, if anybody's watching the replay, this completed journal is currently listed in my Etsy shop. Let me put the tag back in. Here it is. Let me put this one is the one that came with the original journal, but this one is up in my Etsy shop, and I am planning, I'll probably do like another little flip through and post that probably just so it's not just in the tutorial. I'll probably do a little flip through and make a little short video of that. But let me get this put back in this package. So cute. And I don't think I'm going to finish this one unless I need to find a workaround, because I had glued, that was one of the oopses when we were making this together. The second one is I glued the paper upside down, which you kind of don't notice, but there's a little bit of glue up here. So I'm not exactly sure how I would fix that. So I'll probably just keep that as a prototype. I'll keep it here with me, and maybe we'll do some of the projects and even do something completely different on the pages. So that will be fun. And let me see. I think that is it. I'm looking at my notes. We already pulled the prompt, which is pen. So I'll put, and I think that's it. I think that's it. Next week is Thanksgiving. I hope you all have an amazing Thanksgiving if you're celebrating here in the US. And that means we are in December, the following week. So we will be starting a Christmas journal project on December 5th. And most definitely it'll run 2 weeks. It'll probably run into the 12th. And we'll see if we'll run in to the 19th here, if we make it a 3-weeker. I'm kind of in the first phases of making stuff for it and putting it together. So I'm not sure. And then we'll be off here too, the 26th, just because it's the day after. So I think I'll probably plan on taking that off, but that's kind of a nice look forward. Yes, happy Turkey Day, everyone. I hope everybody has an amazing Thanksgiving and you get to spend it with people you love, hopefully. I'm very bummed that we will be not with my parents, but again, it is what it is. But we'll have a nice long visit with them at Christmas, so we will definitely make up for it. I still can't find that pen. It'll be the first thing I have to look for when we get off here. So strange. Anyway, well, thank you guys. Thank you for all hanging out with me today, everybody that was here live, and hello. Thank you to anybody that will be watching the replay. If you have any questions, definitely leave a comment below and I will get back to you quickly. And I think that's it. Have a great week. Happy Thanksgiving. And I will see you in 2 weeks. Bye, everybody.